Welcome to yet another episode, yet another telling of the tale, the nation of conversation, Ali Boumaye, the Stamp Stories, Halo Supreme, Jay Miller. Gentlemen, would you like to start this fun or serious? The floor is out there. Fun or serious?
I think we should start off by telling everyone that you're not a fan of Akira Toriyama. I think that's where we should start.
Sorry, what's that got to do with wrestling?
I'm just throwing it out there.
Listen, we can have a separate episode discussing anime. Let's stick to wrestling. We can come back to this after.
He didn't even refute it. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It sounds like an AEW fan over here to me.
That was your obligatory. Listen, no. I'm not dragging into this. Fun or serious? Give me a proper answer. What are we going with?
Fun. We had a serious / annoying thing earlier. Let's go fun today.
Okay, I present you, Jay Miller, this question first.
All right.
Would you rather take, and I read this on X earlier today, 5 Bron Breaker spears, or 10 Bronson Reed tsunamis, or 30 Gunther chops?
All of them sound like death, so therefore that's fun.
You got to pick one, bro. Which
okay,
would you rather take?
One more time.
Okay.
This is an obvious answer for me.
Hmm?
This is an obvious answer.
Okay, I was tempted to add one Kevin Owens package pile driver, and he doesn't like you. But the original choices were 5 Bron Breaker spears, 10 Bronson Reed tsunamis, or 30 Gunther chops. Which would you rather take? Or we can add to it 1 Kevin Owens package pile driver, and he hates you at that point in time when he's setting you up. He hates you.
As long if he hates me, but it's going to be professional, I'll take the power driver every single time.
No, all of these options here. This is not professional. This is real life. They want you dead. Which of those would you rather take?
30 chops.
Oh, okay. He's slapping that heart over and over again. You can get palpitations or whatever that business is.
So the thing about a spear from Bron is, did you not see how Speed landed? Like, after a while, like you're not gonna be in control of your own body anymore. Like that's like concussion fall, like how many times over? And a tsunami one is like, if he's looking to like you're going to literally like, yeah, no, that doesn't end well. None of them end well, but like Gunther's chops are obviously gonna leave my chest like visibly fully fucked. Like none of them are fun, but I'm gonna have to say chops.
Okay. Halo Supreme, which would you rather take?
Yeah, it's chops, bro. Like, just like let's do the logistics on that one.
Really?
Like,
yeah.
Like, having a man that weighs over 300 pounds drop on you from the top rope. How many times?
10
times. 10. Okay, now bear in mind that's devastating to men in the WWE that are twice our size. If he dropped on us 5 in, we'd probably have internal bleeding.
Yeah,
a package power driver can literally kill you if it's not done correctly.
That's what I was like, okay, listen, the man can hate me all he wants, but if he's gonna do it professionally, then we're good. I'll take one.
And the spear can also paralyze you. Like, if it's not done correctly, you saw the way Speed landed, and then Braun landed on him, and your brain does not sit attached to anything in your head. So when you smash into something, your brain moves back and forth. Getting hit by how many did you say?
5.
Yeah, that's concussion city potential, like long-lasting brain damage.
One was bad enough in that situation as we saw it, and he was as safe as you can be taking a move like that. But like, we're taking 5. We're not like, if we're taking that move, we're not coherent anymore. Probably at some point.
I think I could take the 5.
Huh?
I think I could take the 5.
You're mad.
I honestly think I could.
Have you been speared?
No.
I've been speared before by a guy twice my size, and Bron Breakker is bigger than that guy. And
Did you know it was coming though?
I knew it was coming,
okay.
But it is unbelievably painful. Depending on where they hit you. So he speared me and he hit my arm. So you know when Android 18 kicked Vegeta and his arm went like that? That's basically what happened to my arm. He winded me, and I'm trying to imagine taking 4 more of those. I'd be in hospital. My neck was jacked up. I couldn't see straight. Again, it felt like my head had turned into jelly. Nah, bro. Bron Breakker, 22 miles per hour. Are you
not
crazy?
in control anymore? You are in the hands of your opponent completely. With the chops, I'm gonna be awake still. It's just going to be agonizing, and it's long form of torture basically. But I mean,
That is a lot, though.
it is a lot. I'm not gonna say it's not a lot. It's a fuck ton. That's awful.
Yeah, to 5, like, I still got 25 more, and he's getting angry with each chop. Like, you haven't fallen down yet, Bob.
Hey, at least his hand's gonna be hurting, not as much as my chest, but like the other two, literally long term will do a lot more damage.
Also, think about it this way: they used to whip slaves with They used to give them lashes, right? But they could send them right back to work. Do you think they would have stopped those slaves and said, "You're taking package power driver today, mate. You're not working after that. Like, you're dead. We ain't got no use for you."
I'm taking the 5 spears. Personally, I think I'd take the 5.
Fair enough.
I can confirm it.
Fair enough. I mean, you might be knocked out, so fair enough. I mean, you're not going to be coherent, so yeah, you might be right. I just hope that you still have a head and everything else. I hope your life's still intact afterwards. That's all.
Yeah.
All right, we're past the fun stage, so I'll give you a more serious topic. Following one of our most recent videos of a very certain someone, Hater Supreme, kicking Charlotte's back in, someone left a comment saying, "Isn't Cody Rhodes the same case of nepotism and whatnot?" How do y'all feel about that?
No. What? Who the fuck said that? Are they not watching the same? Charlotte Flair was trading the championship back with Sasha Banks. It's the most superficial 14 title reigns that I've ever seen. Bear in mind, that Ric Flair's actually won like 23 world championships. They just don't count the other ones. But if you go back and look at Ric Flair's title reigns and him moving throughout the territories, you're like, I can respect that. Like, and he was always killer on the mic. Cody Rhodes tells very, very good stories. He's had one championship reign after going through hell and back, but given the Stardust character and whatnot. It's been a strong title reign. Well, not as strong as Roman, obviously, but that's a tough act to follow. And he's great in the ring, and he's great at telling stories in the ring as well. Charlotte is very athletic. She's had good matches. But I've spoken to loads of people about her. And I've said to you, what's the most memorable Charlotte title reign? And everyone goes, I don't know.
Stamp.
Because no one knows.
Oh, wait. Stamp. What is the most memorable?
You know, when you said that question, it caught me off guard. And then I said, wait. If you're going to present me the question, allow me to answer. And I thought that moment when Becky punched Charlotte in the face in the ring, I think at that time Charlotte was holding the title, just a but I was like, oh shoot, they're really going at it. But I couldn't say to you when that title reign was or what happened other than that moment. So that's the most memorable moment when Becky became the man, like really embraced it. So maybe that's Becky's moment more than anything.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't. The people can. What is the best Charlotte title reign?
Wait. Wasn't that Nia?
That was Nia Jax that punched her in the face as well, and that broke her nose.
No. So that was the Broken Nose Survivor Series, but there's a little clip of SmackDown, Becky on the mic turning away, then punching Charlotte in the face. And at that time, I think Charlotte was champion. So it's a different thing, not the bloody nose standing out like this. That's Survivor Series, leading up to Survivor Series, Nia Jax stuff.
That's just not even memorable. Like, no, probably only you because you're a Charlotte fan, but to wider wrestling fans, people are gonna go, "What? When did that happen?" Like, she didn't have. I can tell you a memorable John Cena title reign. I can tell you a memorable Triple H title reign. Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Undertaker, Eddie Guerrero, Brock Lesnar. I can give you a reign. Well, even down to like mid-card titles. Charlotte, she's a 14-time champion. I couldn't even tell you, other than Sasha Banks, who was she wrestling other than that? Rhea Ripley? Bro, her whole thing is a fuss. So you can't compare Cody to Charlotte.
But yeah, there's many reasons why comparing Cody and Charlotte is kind of laughable. I mean,
not comparing, but is it nepotism that Cody is in the position he is in today? Because
not even remotely.
No.
Dusty himself was treated pretty badly at times. How is it comparable?
That's where the story came from, right? Dusty never got to be the champion. Basically got to hold it for like 5 minutes.
Despite being as good as he was not treated as like. Where does nepotism come in from Dusty?
Let us not forget Goldust, right? The whole Goldust gimmick only worked because of Dustin. That was meant to be punishment. That family has essentially
he wanted to go and take that gimmick further, and even considering breast implants, for fuck's sake, like come on.
Yeah, that family has essentially been punished. They were punished. So Cody, like, is one of the nepo babies that really dragged his family name out of the mud. The Rhodes have really been like through it. If you look back on it, He even left the company. He tried something else. They even booed him there. It was so hard for him to get to where he is today. Whereas Charlotte, she shouldn't be a 14-time champion. Let's be real. Let's be real. Like, her title reigns are not memorable.
It sucks because I would love to
the-
turn around and say this title reign's the one, but I can't pick one out that I've thought, oh my God, what a dominant champion I need to tune in. I've enjoyed the matches, but I can't think of, like you mentioned, I remember a John Cena, a Roman Reigns, a Rock, a Stone Cold, like certain title reigns where you remember, oh, you was champion, you was on top going crazy. I remember Becky the Man, I remember Sasha Banks, like just certain title reigns that Rhea Ripley damn near. Maybe that's because it's more recent memory.
I remember Rhea Ripley as NXT champion. I remember that reign. That was a good reign. I remember Trish. I could tell you a Trish Stratus reign that I really enjoyed. A Lita reign. China. Charlotte does not deserve this Royal Rumble spot or this main event. It is absurd that she is in that spot. She's just a good wrestler, but there were loads of good wrestlers. She is painfully boring on the mic. When I was watching her talk to the crowd and try to elicit emotion, I was like, you're not getting any emotion because you sound like a robot. Like, you don't sound like you belong. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm being unfair here, but there's so many excellent talent on the roster, so much excellent talent, female talent, and we put Charlotte back there. Like, come on, man.
So I'll disagree with this one thing. It's not that I didn't believe what she was saying as she was saying it. Like, there was even an element of, no, I think I could actually genuinely feel that she was, really trying to speak her mind and her heart even. I didn't find it not convincing. It's just more the fact of, listen, you've done what you've done. You know full well everyone's not buying it from the moment that you were announced. Then you get all the pyro. Then we see what we saw. And it's like, listen, if you're trying to say any of that stuff right now, no one's buying it, nor does anyone care. That's the biggest thing. So I don't even think it was that she was necessarily boring or unconvincing. It was just, ain't no one trying to hear that.
I'm of the belief that Charlotte knew what she was doing there, and that she's never really been a babyface. Like, throughout her reign, I've never known her to be, everyone be on my side for this situation. She's always been I've come from a really prestigious, lack of a better term, wrestling background. I am tall, I am blonde, I have won championships, I am a poster girl. So to suddenly try and I'm one of you guys, I had a really hard time, etc. And obviously people have said she quickly switched, pace into leaning into the whole heel thing. I feel like from the get-go, they would have read in advance, it's a Flair. Flairs aren't babyface. There's never going to be a babyface Flair. Even the future generation is just, oh, you're Flair?
I mean, Rick's been babyface.
Rick's been babyface.
Yeah, but it's not as memorable as his heelish runs, if that makes sense, where he's a bit more arrogant. Like, his most famous promo is heel.
I'll give you an example. Yeah, Flair can be heel and he will get cheered. Yeah. Like, Flair will be heel and you'll hear woos in the crowd. Flair will cuss out the crowd and they'll start cheering. Like, because even though he's a great heel, he's a great character. Like, you loved watching Ric Flair when he was in WCW and he was going batshit crazy on the announcement desk, and we all thought it was on cocaine. That was must-see TV. When Charlotte comes out, hi guys, did you miss me? I worked really hard. I got no doubt she worked hard, but I'm sorry, I'd rather watch paint dry. Like, there's just nothing there.
She still get woos though.
Huh?
She does still get woos. If she does moves in the ring and whatnot, they'll still get
woos. She gets woos because she's a Flair, and she's a Flair. It is what it is. You see the chop, but anyone that does a chop, people give the woo. It's only Gunther where they go, oh, that looks disastrous. But most people, they give a chop, they say woo. They used to do it with Chris Benoit. They did it with what's that guy's name? The Russian guy that he was fighting all the time, Dragunov or something like that.
Oh, no, not Rusev.
Ilya Dragunov or something like that.
Keep going. But the point is, anytime someone does a chop in the ring, you hear a woo. That's what you mean.
Yeah, like, there's just nothing about, like, she's a good athlete. I can't take that away from her. It's not that she's a bad wrestler. It's just that she came from an era where there were the 4 horsewomen, and that was it. Like, that was really all that was going on. They were coming out of the Divas era. They were trying to do the whole women's evolution, but now we've genuinely got strong personalities and strong talent, and talent that I think can one day main event massive shows, and we're giving it to Charlotte. Like, she's not that shark anymore. She's not just in she's not in a little pond as a shark. She's in the big wide ocean, and there's loads of sharks now. and I'm just not buying it. I'm not there for it.
Okay. Right. One last question, because it's a Friday night. We've all got things we need to be doing. And it's a topic I've brought forward to you lot quite a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago or so, and we've never had a chance to discuss it live on air. Or
Wait. Before you get to your topics, I need to cuss out whoever wrote Monday Night Raw. Because what the fuck is going on in Io Sky? How fucking dare they, bro?
Great wrestling. That's
hold on. So, with what we've been presented, it looks bad, but I don't think they've necessarily written themselves into a complete corner just yet. I don't think Io just goes off into the sunset content of what just happened to her. I think there is more to it. We are in the hands of Charlotte, probably, but I don't think it's as simple as, okay, Io gets nothing at all yet.
Io's out the running. Well, all right, so she hasn't qualified for Elimination Chamber match. That pretty much writes her off as she can't go for either title, because the one she wrestled for would have been she's on Raw, so she can't really go for the Raw women's title now. She's out of the picture until she'll have great matches, if that makes you happy, bro. Like, you know, hey, it's Io Sky, woo! But
no, do you know what? Yeah, if they have any sense whatsoever, they'll have Io turn heel, and they'll have her attack Charlotte to the point where Charlotte's like, put her in the chamber. Like, they'll do something to get her in there, give her another qualifying match or final chance match, because everybody was like, I went on Twitter straight away and everyone was like, what the fuck is going on? Why is Io not in the chamber? And I'm so glad that the IWC takes my side on this, because it's very clear, it is clear as day that Io Sky should be going to WrestleMania to win the championship. Why are you putting that face?
Are you what?
I'm not going all that on
yes.
it. No. I wouldn't be upset if she was. I wouldn't be upset if she was, but I'm not going all that gung ho like it has to be only Io. Yeah.
Listen, she's had her title run, okay, and that was from her cashing in, and the whole storyline was Damage Control. That's done. It's done.
Io Sky is a generational talent. Because you haven't seen her on the indies. She is excellent. They need to give her because she was too much with Damage Control before. Now it's just the Kabuki Warriors. They can do something special there with Asuka and Kairi when they come back from injury. It's respond to the fans, and I'm gonna write Triple H a very strongly worded letter if he doesn't sort himself out. Okay, when she got disqualified, I wanted to reach through the TV and strangle someone.
Right now, Io Sky, and I'm sorry to say this, is a mid-carding spot monkey. You got to let it go. That's just where she is right now. Someone's written like that. I wouldn't write her like that.
I think mid-card is
definitely no.
Listen, you can name the top women. Io's not there right now. She's in the uppers, in the mids, but she's not Rhea Ripley draw level. She's not Charlotte. She's not going to be...
Charlotte's not a draw. Charlotte has been forced down our throats. This is the difference. Charlotte's not a draw. You think that if you put Charlotte and Ripley in the main event, that's going to sell?
Literally, it's Roman as big dog with Charlotte. That is literally what it is.
I would place that Asuka when she returns. I would place her in the top bracket, but in the lower part until they start booking her strong again. Io sits just below that. Just below that. She's trying to hit into the top, but all right. Can I talk frankly? I'm gonna talk frankly. We've only got a little bit of time. The promos Io can cut are absolutely dangerous if it's her native tongue. But if it's English, it's not the greatest. And that's not a slight on her, but it's only so far you can push someone who can't speak perfect English in what's going to be an ignorant American audience, maybe ignorant worldwide audience. You can make it work. As Shinsuke Nakamura with his, say, Japanese promos, that shit looks fire. But on the mic, they've never really given him that. Like, there's not many international talent that don't speak perfect English that get pushed to the moon. Io's got that problem right now. You don't really hear on the mic and think, oh, you went crazy on it. It's more of a, okay, you progress the storyline. Let's see where this goes with Damage Control and whatnot. And she keeps the words short and sweet to, you know, kind of hammer it home. But it's not really I remember that time she went crazy on the mic.
What about Asuka?
Asuka's
English is just as weak.
Yeah, But the only reason she got away with it is because they booked her strong when she came in. And she was one of the first big Japanese names. So they could really lean on, hey, this is who she is. And has she had a bigger name from the IW stuff.
So it's the booking. It's not the wrestler, it's the booking.
It's the booking. It's the booking.
Because Io, if you watch Io in Lucha Underground, then you know Io faced Penta in Lucha Underground. And she crushed it. Like against Penta, she's faced loads of people. She's had loads of different names. She is an upper level talent in terms of wrestling. They just need to book her properly.
I can give you that much. It's the same as saying like a Dolph Ziggler. Like, you know, if booked the right way, they can be a top tier talent. But it's WWE's truth. Someone has to win and someone has to lose.
Bro, you gotta call him Nick Nemeth now.
Nick Nemeth. My apology, Nick Nemeth. I apologize wholeheartedly. My mistake. Which is even crazier that he's due to be wrestling on NXT for the first time for the tag team championships under the TNA banner. That's gonna be crazy.
I'm looking forward to that very much.
Right. How much time have we got left?
I've got half an hour.
Half an hour. Okay. Sorry, Jay. Is there anything you wanted to add to that before I bring on our other subject thing?
No, I think everything's been covered. All about booking, all about actually giving people chances to flourish, which Charlotte takes away again, basically. And that's it.
What?
Yeah,
he's right. He's right.
No, literally. Analyze what you just said. Okay.
She won one Rumble and she took it away from everyone. What are you talking about?
2.
That was a long time ago. The other one.
The first woman to do it because of course no one else could.
Yo, you can't say her winning one event to main event something means the rest of the women have been squashed. You can't say that.
Bro, she's taken away a main event championship match and a Royal Rumble win. Like, we know that a wrestler's life in the ring is not long. That is somebody else's spot that is gone now. Charlotte has won 14 times. She's main evented multiple events, including her match with Rhea Ripley. Like, she has taken away a spot. No matter how they want to spin it, she's been to the mountaintop as many times as her dad has in half the time with half the work. And someone else is not going to get to do it now. That is taking a spot away.
A tiny bit of fantasy booking, if not Charlotte, and don't you dare say Io Sky, give me a real name who you would have preferred to have won the Rumble that, okay, you haven't had this kind of shine yet and we can see it. Who would you have chosen? Don't say Io, because again, she got Money in the Bank, she had a moment. And I can see, let's get rid of Charlotte. Who would you have given it to that hasn't had that spot yet? And let's put it on you.
You could have given it to Roxanne. They put her right to the end. She's proven herself against a stacked division in NXT. Those girls can go. They're better than some of the main card wrestlers. You could have been like, okay, do you know what? Roxanne won the NXT Women's Championship for a very long time. She put on stellar matches. She is the complete opposite to Rhea Ripley, where Rhea Ripley's a powerhouse. Roxanne's very, very small. You could have come up with creative ways for her to fight her. If you're not going to give it to Io and the runner-up is Roxanne, give it to Roxanne.
Or you could even put her in a more believable match against Iffy.
Yeah.
You know what? This is something you've just mentioned that I look forward to in the future. To this date, they have never let an NXT superstar win the Rumble. So when that happens, that's going to be a landmarky moment if that ever happens. It's going to be hard with how many people obviously can come in the ring and just larger than life themselves. But that's really getting pushed to the moon right there. So, okay. Right. Allow me to transition you both to the final subject, then we'll call it a night. Wrestlers who have had the whole package, I'm talking, they can talk the talk, they can wrestle their ass off. When they come in the ring, they've got the entrance music, they got the look, they've got everything about it. But due to circumstances, inside or outside their control, and I'm obviously leaning with inside their control in my example, have fumbled the bag and have maybe either fallen into obscurity or are in the middle trying to build themselves back up. My case in point, Velveteen Dream. I remember watching during that, what I would call golden period of NXT, just Velveteen was someone who could just, he had it. He was oozing with it. His wrestling skill was indisputable. His match with Ricochet, he had it all. His match with EC3, he just had it all. And kids. Fuck. So
I don't think he had it all personally. I think that he was pretty incredible, but in terms of like the wrestler you've just described to me, I'm thinking of like this sounds like a main event level talent. Velveteen Dream to me on NXT's main event level. On the main card from where he left, he's upper mid. I wouldn't say he's what you're describing.
do you think though, with his level of charisma and his look and everything, because I agree, he would come in as an upper mid, he wouldn't go straight to the top. I don't think anyone really gets to go straight to the top. Could he then talk his way to the top and just, I can go in the ring,
Yeah, there's potential. Yeah.
Okay, well, that was someone I saw potential in, and due to I hate, and this may be just a bit outside of wrestling, but I hate when people find success in what they decide to pursue, and then for some reason they talk to I presume, minors, and just like, dude, you had it all. It annoys me.
Quick question. I'm not gonna dwell too long on this. Was he actually convicted / was there actual legitimate evidence against him, or is it more so the fact that it would be bad PR regardless to be like, okay, listen, we just cut.
To the best of my knowledge, there were actual messages of someone who was not of age at that time getting illicit messages. To the best of my knowledge, again, I apologize if I've gotten that wrong and I could have done my research, but I distinctly remember that and thinking, not you, man, not you. Like, I was bummed out by that because, again, I looked forward to his matches. Like, I really tuned into NXT. So I'm like, what the hell has he gone? What the fuck? And, news comes out.
I wasn't a big fan personally. Like, I respected what he did in the ring, and I could clearly see that he was going to go places, but his character wasn't for me. I was like,
I would say his character was a bit, but it's also that same, like a gold dust that you kind of watch it and you're like, okay, performative. If that makes sense. Like it can turn into something even bigger depending on how you did it, and he knew what to do with it. But so that was my example. Who wants to go first with their example if they have one?
Okay, yeah, I've got one. Yeah, go on.
All right. So for me, I can't remember his actually no, he had better music in TNA, I guess. But I guess my guy would be, so to my knowledge, he's not done anything wrong. I think he's still wrestling or maybe doing something. I'm not sure if he is now. But my example would be Matt Morgan. I feel like that guy had an awful lot going for him. I feel that he was very talented. I feel he had the build that he should have thrived in for the time that he was active, even in WWE, but they gave him a terrible, terrible gimmick. And I feel as if, Wait, do you remember what the gimmick was, by the way? It was a stupid speech impediment.
It sounds like a Vince thing, man.
Yeah, it was. And I don't get why you would give someone of his stature and potential such a crippling gimmick to work with. And the thing is, he actually rocked it really well as well. That's the thing. Like, despite what he was given, he did very well with it. But to give him such a stupid gimmick and to see that he did thrive elsewhere to a bit, at least, I don't know. It felt like, again, I don't think he had like a really slanderous bad career or anything. I just think that he should have gone further.
So that case is circumstances outside of his control that he never quite hit what he had. Basically, the package that Vince would look for: tall, muscular, etc. Could move, but hey, here's a speech impediment. Try and get to the top of the ring, grab that brass ring, or whatever you say.
It's odd, like, but when I think of someone who probably should have had more than what they got, I think of that guy.
All right, Hater Supreme. Who you got?
I've actually got two. I've got two for different reasons. First one is Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy had everything that you could ever want. Excellent on the mic, excellent gimmick, good in the ring. And then obviously that shit happened with Randy Orton, and his career just went downhill after that. And it sucks because I loved Mr. Kennedy. Even when he became Mr. Anderson, I was like, okay, cool. Mr. Anderson's pretty good. But he just never went back to what it was, which is a shame because he was going to win the title. Like, they had him pegged to win the title. So that one.
Because I don't know the inside. Do you know what happened with Randy Orton?
He hurt Randy Orton in the ring. And Randy Orton obviously got pissed. And Randy being Randy, he has a lot of pull. And he's not the Randy Orton that he is today. He basically just said, fuck this guy. It's basically what happened to Kofi, right? Kofi missold something in the ring, and Randy didn't like it, and Kofi got derailed for quite some time.
Stupid.
Yeah. The other one is Test. Test, I thought like had the full package. He was he was a big dude. He could really go in the ring. He had an awesome look. His big boot is the best big boot in the history of the business. I think if you give him better music. I liked his theme song. It was kind of catchy. It caught on after a while. But if you give him better music and you push him into the main event scene, he could have gone. Because I remember him fighting Kane. I remember when he was with Albert. He was good. Test always put on good matches. He had he kind of had that Kevin Nash build.
Yeah. By the way, may we just say, may Lord Umbasa rest his soul, rest in peace. Test obviously has long since passed away and everything.
Yeah.
It was an awkward time because, again, I remember the whole storyline being built around him and Steph, and they didn't quite know where to go with it. And Triple H was the right person at the right time and took it to the next level. But there's only so far you could take the whole childhood sweetheart, y'all are crazy in love. Just where's the edge to it?
Yeah, it's unfortunate he passed away, so it's unfortunate. But yeah, him and Mr. Kennedy always my two where I'm like, they could have really been big.
Mr. Kennedy, that's a good choice, man. Oh, I watched TNA and enjoyed Mr. Anderson, and damn, I didn't know he went out like that. But again, not to throw dirt on Randy, he's a changed man. He's cool these days. He's very chill. What was back then was back then. Work politics and such.
Yeah, I don't know all the ins and outs. Mr. Kennedy could have been a dick to him and he just snapped. But all I know is it was to do with Randy. He hurt Randy. And after he hurt Randy, I knew that was it. He was fucked.
Right. In that case, gentlemen, both of you, thank you for joining me. Do you have any other further pressing matters, opinions, controversial takes, anything you wish to get off your chest now while you have the chance before we call it a night?
Yeah, well, I do want to say that even though I know they're working, I know that they genuinely hate each other. But watching Seth and CM Punk every week is so much fun because you can tell it's like that Sean Brett hate that they have for each other, and it's entertaining to watch. Because I know obviously they're going to do business and they're not going to step over the line, but they're just about towing the line where you're like, oh, he's because Seth slapped him when they were like
that was a proper one.
He stiffed him, and I was like, oh shit, Punk's not gonna like that. And then Roman also doesn't like Punk. Like he said in interviews multiple times, he does not like him, but he'll do business with him. So I know that they're talking about like a triple threat. I think I would rather a singles match between Seth and Roman because there's a lot of history there. And I was watching the history of Roman and Seth, and there's like 12 years worth of storytelling that you can go over. But I wouldn't be mad at a triple threat. I'm not going to be angry at that. I do think there is one thing we need to talk about though that I think we almost forgot was Drew McIntyre was furious at his elimination at Royal Rumble, and apparently it's LA Knight that he's angry at.
What?
The reason that he's angry
at it's not completely.
That's what I said. Apparently,
yeah, it's rumored.
Yeah, it looks believable though. Like from what I'm looking at, that everything adds up because what's going around is that Drew went backstage and started screaming, saying so-and-so just had to get their moves in and it overshadowed his elimination. And when you go back and review the tapes, it's LA Knight and Logan Paul are kind of in the middle of the ring as Damian Priest and Jay are sending Drew McIntyre over the top rope, and Damian Priest sort of bumps into LA Knight. And it all looks a bit clunky and the camera doesn't really know where to look, and then Drew's eliminated. So apparently he's pissed. But when I went back and looked at it, I was like, this isn't LA Knight's fault. This is Drew McIntyre's fault.
Me personally, I don't buy any of it. Like Drew's very good at like doing more and making us feel like there might be more to something that when they're straight up isn't. So I'm not too concerned about it. If they decide to do something with him and Priest, cool. Like, but yeah, you probably want to establish more because obviously, if there was something that was missed, which is definitely viable / likely, then if you're going to build it towards going to Mania, then yeah, you probably want more than
Speaking of that moment, I thought it was more Logan with how long he was just standing at the camera, posing and whatnot. And obviously, LA Knight was posed behind him, say, "Hey, hurry up and turn around so I can hit you with this thing and we can move on." And it took so long, and that the elimination happened. That's the way I saw it. But maybe I need to watch it back again and see. Well, again, I saw Logan for a long time go, yeah. Like it was a long time, and Logan, LA Knight was behind him, like, come on.
It could be Logan. that's the thing with Drew, man. Like that's why I was saying that he was my talent of the year, because I can't tell anymore if he's genuinely annoyed or if he's working people. Like he's done it to the point where I'm like, I can't tell if this guy hates the business or is just the best actor in the business right now. Did you guys watch him on?
By the way,
did you watch him on Busted Open with Bubba and them, where they had him come on during Christmas? And he cut this promo and he just said, "Fuck you guys," and he threw the mic and walked out. And I was sitting there like, is I can't tell if he's pissed or not. I can't tell what's going on. So that's how good he is.
Yeah.
You know what?
You forgot Bronson, by the way. Bronson was your pick of the year.
How much time you got left?
Oh, yeah. Was Bronson my pick of the year?
Yeah, bro. Go back, watch the tape. Bronson was yours. Drew was mine.
Bronson was yours. You
Bronson
really sold
your guy.
Let's
It's
see,
I think Bronson was my breakout star of the year.
Ah, okay.
Yes,
Drew McIntyre was my. Well, I said Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. They kind of like transcended everything.
Cool. I've got
a clip to rewrite history. He tried to call my credibility into question.
Hey, I remember we were. If I'm honest, I remember we were going back and forth. I said Drew, and you said no. I feel Bron like I like seeing like him on the screen, and I don't like. It's not a bad call at all. Like Bronson did a lot of shit, man. Like you know.
If we want to end things on a fun note, I've got a clip that I've kept bookmarked from a little while back on X for wrestling, of course. If I was to send this to Mike and he was to do his fanciness on real time and put this to the side and you played it now, do you want to end it there? Or do you want to say, you know what, Levi, you might surprise me with something I'm not going to like, leave it? Actually, no, I'm going to send this anyway. I'm going to send this. Right, I'm going to send this.
So what, am I in it?
No, you're not in it. No, it's Rikishi and you're going to see. Rikishi.
God, people really don't like that guy. People really don't like that guy.
So I've just sent you in our WhatsApp group, the National Conversation, a link to, I think it's 1 minute and 8 seconds long.
Can you send it to me on X? I ain't got WhatsApp on here.
Okay.
Did you see that comment that we got about Rikishi? Where they were like, you guys need to do a full episode criticizing Rikishi and all the shit that he's done. And if you guys glaze Rikishi, that's it. I'm done with the IWC. And I commented back saying, bro, shut the fuck up. No one here is glazing Rikishi.
I don't know where we wait. Who was glazing Rikishi?
None of us. None of us were. I was like, what is this guy talking about?
I would visibly say I don't like the guy. What?
That's one thing I've heard about. You'll say on the internet that you hate burgers, and they'll say to you, Jay Miller just said that he hates waffles, and it's like, bro,
all right,
what are you hearing?
Cool, I see.
Okay, I've just sent it to you on X. Yeah, I remember reading that comment. I think there was more something about Hogan as well. It was a while ago. Because we criticized Hogan. I know it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Hey, listen, I stand firm with that. But all right, cool.
Oh, I remember this clip.
I saw this and I thought, you know what?
Man's face is already like become a bit disgusted. What the hell is this?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna play this sound because we'll get copyrighted. But
okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of either. I mean, Rikishi back in the day, I used to like it when he was with Too Cool and they do the dance in the ring. But I think the more he started to vocalize himself after wrestling, the more I was like, can you just let your sons wrestle in peace?
One of those never meet your hero moments.
I don't know. Like maybe the thing is, when people put themselves on the internet, some people don't do a good job of portraying themselves in a good light. So maybe if you met Rikishi in a bar and you sat down with him, maybe you'd have a good time. You'd have a good talk. Because sometimes people put themselves online and they're the worst versions of themselves, especially on Twitter and podcasts. So I'm not going to say I hate the guy. I just don't really appreciate his opinions very much.
You can say that. I think that's safe to say. Right. I think we've covered everything. There's no further AEW slander that Hayden needs to report on, I presume.
Are they still in business? No.
I don't think there's any other pressing matter.
Wait, no. I do. No, I'm going to give AEW some praise, actually. Because I was watching, I watched bits and pieces of it on X just to keep up. And I saw Toni Storm come out dressed as, what's her Mariah May. And I was like, God damn, man. Like, Dr. Umar is not going to turn her down. I guarantee you that much. That was a whole lot of cake.
Tony carries
Ah.
AEW on her back, but I've already said this before, so I miss her immensely. I hope there is a time and place where she can come back.
There's so much talent out there that's just everyone. She could be top tier. Oh, you know what? We'll be here forever.
Cody is top tier, man. Like again, they did a big disservice to her, and she was right to leave. Oh, that's another thing that we're going to talk about at some point, isn't it?
What's that?
In terms of people who left. Yes. There you go. So those who don't know,
not now.
What's wrong?
Don't say it now, because you know that guy over there. He'll be like, you know what? Let's talk about this now, and that's another video.
He's got to go, so he can't do that this time.
No, he will still do it just to spy us. So I don't
All
like
right.
Let's just show him some respect and say, please, let's save that for another video. We're 40 minutes deep.
Everyone's listen. You guys want to talk about Tony Storm? I'm here for that, bro. I'll make some time up. That's my babes as well. That's babes 2.0.
Right. Wait. Final question. Who if you had to pick on the desert island, Io Sky or Tony Storm? Who is it?
Oh, come on, Io Sky, man. Let's not be silly.
All right, fine.
But
Io Sky or Kairi Sane?
Kairi Sane, man. Come on, let's not be silly.
Damn.
Kairi Sane or Asuka?
Kairi Sane.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My tier list for if you were to give my top 5, it's Kairi Sane, AJ Lee, Io, Gail Kim in her prime, and what was the last one? Alexa Bliss.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. I
Proof that God exists. Empire right there. Proof that God exists. I won't hear anything otherwise.
I ain't got a top 5 to give you right now. Maybe I'll think of one. I think we're good for this evening. I think we're good.
Your missus will hear you. You'll get stick tonight.
No. She absolutely loves a lot of the women on the roster. Like Rhea Ripley. I mean, for last Halloween, she dressed up as Rhea Ripley. That spoke volumes to me. So to go all in with the black lipstick and just and all that stuff, I was like,
did you watch the Royal Rumble with her?
Yes.
What did you think of it?
Let's see. Oh, have we got time? Am I allowed?
Yeah, I got 10 minutes.
She, absolutely more than anything, she didn't want CM Punk to win, and there was only one person who I know that was my face too. I was like, what has he done to you? But she's a huge Drew McIntyre fan, so you can imagine the whole who's this guy, CM Punk? Okay, whatever. And then the WrestleMania moment, I'm like, oh, I hate your guts, etc.
Scottish, isn't it?
So that was one, but there was only one person above CM Punk that she didn't want to win, and that was Logan Paul. And she said, whoever eliminates Logan Paul, I will cheer you to the end of the world and back. And that was John Cena. And she's not fond of John Cena either. She doesn't get the whole, jean shorts, kind of dressing like a big kid. But I'm like, you weren't there for all of what he did and what he represents. If you're not there and you're seeing it for the first time now, it looks silly to you a little bit with the way he's like, and all that kind of stuff over the top. But we know how much work he's put in. So I'm like, nah, I'm all for it.
Yeah. You can't stand the Cena, man.
Yeah, that was the men's rumble pretty much. Women's rumble. She knew obviously about our bet because she watches the episodes, we do on NOC. And when Charlotte came out and that pyro hit, and I was like, oh, she's winning the rumble. She was like, oh my god, she knew the bottom of her heart what was happening.
Bro, so, I was chatting to Jay when she came out, and I literally both of us were sending voiceless going, what the fuck? Why is there pyro? Even King Jay was like, why is there pyro? We all knew at that point it was over. It was game over.
And then it's just the fact the nail in the coffin. I know we're going back, but the nail in the coffin. As soon as it was certified that number 30 was Nikki, it was like, yeah, okay, we're fucked. That's it.
Yeah,
we were counting on it being Becky, and it's like, all right, she's not ready yet. So all right, cool, fair enough.
Certain people came out. She was surprised. Alexa Bliss, she'd not really seen. So that reception was it blew the roof off. Just like, oh, who's this? Like, it made her pay attention. Charlotte, speaks for itself. I was a huge fan of Jada Parker coming out, but there was no reaction to her. And I was like, they don't know who she is, and her theme don't hit the way it needs to hit. But I think she's awesome.
Yeah, that's another thing. While you're bringing up themes, get Death Rebel out of here, man. They fucked up that Rumble, but I'm tired of it.
I thought the whole thing of they were talking about getting rid of them finally, and that's just not happening.
They absolutely need to. They've made a very few good themes, and I can only imagine how much better Jim Johnston would be if he came back and did like a Roman Reigns theme or whatever. I listened to Cesaro's theme, and how it changed over the years. And I literally I've recorded a video for this, which I'm going to put on the channel later. My reaction to hearing Cesaro's theme change is going to make you laugh because I'm literally like, why would you do this? Because you remember he had that French rap theme. Yeah. And then it goes from the French rap theme to I'm like, do you hate the guy or something? Why did you do that? It don't make any sense.
I can't give them room to breathe because I remember Royal Rumble, a lot of people come out and it was just generic create a wrestling music that you're like, who's this? Oh, okay, whatever.
I still thought that Finn Balor's theme was new. Like I thought it was new, and I thought it was like, what is this theme about?
Certain themes will hit and it'll make you pay attention. And
the New Day came out, yeah, and this not that the song was bad, but it's just like it hasn't got that oomph. Like, you know when Batista used to come out and everybody would get hyped, or the Undertaker's music would hit and you know shit's going down, or Shawn Michaels' music would hit, you know shit's going down. The music that comes out today, some of it you're like, it's okay, but it's like I'm not putting this on my WWE playlist. Get Death Brother out of here, man.
What's your top 5 on your playlist?
Huh?
Top 5 themes on your playlist. You've got a playlist of WWE themes, right? What's your top 5 on there? Like, I'm going to the gym and I'm going crazy if this rhythm kicks in.
Lie, Cheat, and Still. Sexy Boy. I'm a Real American.
Oh my, nah, you did that on purpose.
If Time to Play the Game is not there, then what the fuck? But carry on.
Wait, hold on. Batista's I Walk Alone. And probably Time to Play the Game.
Okay, fine.
You had to name the Hogan thing. I thought you said that on purpose to troll that guy.
But the thing is that even I get why people hate Hogan. I'm not against them for hating Hogan. He deserves it.
Being good. I don't know if it's top 5, but yeah.
No, but you have to remember. You have to remember. Yeah, I grew up in a Hulk Hogan house. Like this was Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart. Like when Hulk Hogan's theme used to come out, we used to go crazy. Like I'm a Real American here, and he come out there like going like this. Like that's why when I see Hogan, I get upset because I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. But because I used to love you, dude. Like eat your vitamins, say your prayers. I used to buy into that shit, and then to hear him come out, all this shit comes out of his mouth. Now it's like, I still love the idea of Hogan. Like, the idea of what Hulk Hogan represented. I still like that, but obviously that's not him. That's a character he played. So,
fair.
Right. Now I think we're truly well and done. Now's a good few other extra topics, and we good? We're good. We're all good.
I'm in a bit of a ranting mood right now, but I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna save it
because you got things you need to do. So let's do the last right thing. Hater Supreme, would you like to give your socials?
No, man, I'm dealing with too much shit now as it is. My socials, they're on fire. I'm trying to put fires out everywhere. So if they don't know who I am, let's keep it that way.
All right. Jay Miller, would you like to give them your socials?
Right. The only two you really need to know about are the YouTube, which is It's Jay Miller, and also Twitch, which is It's Jay Miller. I don't care about X all that much, so you don't need to know that.
All right. I'm the Stamp Stories. I'm on X, I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram. It's all spelled the same way. It's all one word. Thank you once again for spending some of your time, all of your time, or barely any of your time with us. We will see you possibly tomorrow or the day after when another video goes up. And if we don't get to see you, then please stay in good health until the next time we do get to see you. This is the National Conversation signing off. Ali Boumaye, etc. Have a great weekend.
Who the fuck is Ali Boumaye?
You don't know what that means?
No,
kill him. You don't know? Did you not watch Thriller, Manila, and Rumble in the Jungle and Muhammad Ali? You know, that kind of thing. You know?
Yeah, I watched it, but I'm also like in my 30s. That was a long time ago, bro.
Ali Boumaye was a chant for kill him Ali, basically. Like, you know, get him Ali, kill him Ali. Like Ali Boumaye, kill him Ali. Come up to the fight.
You know what? Let's end on this. I need you all to go to X and need to type hashtag get Eotomania. Okay, that's what we need to do. Get Eotomania. And that's where we'll end it, guys. Have a good